caught me. I'm giving my shoes, my old shoes, a makeover. So look at these old shoes. I've had them for many, many years and they're really old. I've already had to glue I had some holes and I had to glue the shoe back together. But they're my favorite pair of shoes. So I'm gonna give my shoes a makeover, a new look. Now look at my shoes. So we're gonna be talking about makeovers today. People can have makeovers by giving ourselves a new hairdo, a new style. But you know, places can have makeovers too. I've given my bedroom a makeover before. I got tired of the same old look, and so I wanted to add some new paint, new posters, new pictures, new art on my wall, and rearrange my room a little. It got a makeover. You could do that too. So things can get a makeover also, like shoes or an old pair of pants that are your favorite and you don't want to get rid of them, but you want to give them a little sprucing up, make them look a little different. You could come up with your own ideas and styles, colors, designs, all sorts of things. People get makeovers. Sometimes places get makeovers, like a house or a bedroom. Sometimes things get makeovers, like shoes, clothes, and even I gave a shoebox a makeover. Look at that. I added some pizzazz to the shoebox. This is what the shoebox looked like. It was just plain. And then I added lots of decorations and beads and pom-poms, paint. Now my shoebox can still hold shoes if I want. It had a makeover. It's a fancier shoebox. Or I can use it to hold special treasures. That's what I think I'm going to do with this shoebox now that it's fancy and had a makeover. Getting a makeover doesn't change who we are inside. We're still the same person inside, the same special person. But sometimes a makeover can help us, give us a little energy. It can feel good to have a new look or try something new. And we can always change it and do something different. Your bedroom is still your bedroom, even if you give it a makeover and a new look. These shoes are still my favorite pair of shoes, even though they've had a makeover. Oh my, look at the time. It's time, Root Beer and Sassafras. Okay, it is time to give Root Beer and Sassafras a makeover. They need to get washed up and accessorized because tonight they get to go out for a night on the town. First, we'll give the hoof fur a trim. Then it's time to take a bath. All right, it's Sassafras's turn in the bathtub first. We're gonna get him all wet, and then I'll put shampoo on his fur and I'll scrub it all around. Make sure I got his ears and his face and his neck. And even I need to make sure I get his tail. Even your tail needs to be clean, Sassafras. And then, after getting soapy and sudsy, you'll need to rinse off. I might need help with that. There we go, rinse you off. Soon it's Root Beer's turn. He doesn't like, oh, there's Root Beer. He doesn't like the bath. He doesn't like the bath as much as Sassafras does. Oh, nope, you have to stay still for bath time, Root Beer. Oh, nope, not time to get out yet. You have to wait. You have to get the shampoo on. Yeah, I know. Oh, stay in the bathtub, Root Beer. Oh, not time to get out yet. You still have soap all over you. All right, after the bath, Root Beer and Sassafras need their hooves trimmed. It's kind of like people getting their nails clipped or their nails trimmed with a nail clipper. This one I have to clip their hooves. There we go. This will take a little time because each of my goats have 4 hooves. So that's 8 hooves to trim. That's 4 plus 4 is 8 hooves. Whew, it's a lot of trimming. I let Root Beer and Sassafras sit on the couch and watch TV while I trim their hooves. And while I paint their hooves. Human beings have fingernail paint and toenail paint. Well, goats have hoof paint, and so I'm painting their hooves. Look what color hoof paint I'm using. Orange. So I'll paint these hooves orange, and then the hoof paint will have to dry. So I might need to blow on them a little bit to help it dry faster. Let's see. Oh yeah, looking really good. Now let's paint the other hooves blue. Oh, blue looks good. Very nice. Look at those blue hooves. Looking good, Sassafras and Root Beer. There's orange. Looks like orange on the front hooves. Maybe some blue on the back hooves. It's looking great. I know. Root Beer has a lot to say. He's very excited about the next part of his makeover. He wonders what to do with his fur or what he can put on his head. Let's see. Well, he tries this hat. This is the Pride collection. He likes rainbows. Oh yes, and Sassafras tries out a handkerchief around his neck. It looks pretty good. I like that look. Oh, and we're going with the rainbow look for fur too. It kind of looks like a mane. Sass, you kind of look like a rainbow lion. Oh, look at those hairdos. We have reddish hair, and that kind of looks like a blonde hairdo, Sassafras. So you can wear the hair on your head? Very nice. Or maybe you could try the hair as a beard. You look like a grown-up goat with a beard. Oh, and this hairstyle looks really nice. We have some dreadlocks. That looks really nice on you, Root Beer. Oh, wow, this purple hair really brings out your eyes. Very nice. Sassafras seems to really like this blonde wig. It's quite nice. And it doesn't get in the way. I see he still has a tag on it. I wonder if he still hasn't decided whether this is the look for him. There's Root Beer. He might step on his hair. He has to be careful. Oh, Root Beer wants this in slow motion. Look, he loves how the hair tosses back and forth when he moves his head. That's some long purple hair. Well, they definitely have some decisions to make about their hair. Which hairpiece to wear on their special night. They'll have to think about it. Meanwhile, they can try some other accessories that they might want to wear tonight when they go out and about on the town. Let's see what they try. Oh, we have a very subtle accessory, the one braid that Root Beer is wearing. Oh, Root Beer, you look good in sunglasses. Oh, Sassafras, a bow tie. A bow tie is a great look. You look very professional. You have a watch and a bow tie. Oh yeah, you know, those sunglasses are looking good on Root Beer. An easy accessory is the hat. You're right, Root Beer. And there are all different kinds of hats. that you can try on. Hey, you're really rocking that hat, Root Beer. Maybe I'll wear a hat. So, one thing you could wear to add to your style or your makeover is a hat. Okay, now I need to decide what I will wear and what hat I'll wear. Maybe I'll try this hat, or maybe this hat. Oh no, it's summer. That's way too hot. And how about the little swimmer diaper hat? Maybe not. There's always this. This is like a headscarf. That's nice. How about the shorts hat? These shorts are pretty cool on my head. Or the underwear hat? Underwear hat. Oh, this is like a little, well, that's a face mask. It does look like a little beanie though. A beanie hat? Now this one squeezes me. Oh! Oh dear. Then there's this hat. It's a nice woven hat. Well, here we go. This is what I chose. A dress and that hat. And Root Beer and Sassafras. Oh, well, they went with painted hooves and, oh yeah, Sassafras likes that blonde wig. And Root Beer has the purple wig. I kind of thought those were their favorites. And now we're walking to visit a friend on their night on the town. Oh, look, slow motion so we can get a good look of the color hoof paint they chose for this evening. Oh, they changed it a little. Green and blue. Oh, and Root Beer has purple. Nice. Very nice choice. Oh, we've arrived at Miss Pam's house. That's Root Beer and Sassafras' special friend. Usually Miss Pam comes to visit them, but tonight is a special night, and they're visiting Miss Pam at her house. She has some very special treats for them. Their favorite blackberry leaves. Oh my, Sassafras, he's not even using his manners. Oh, Sassafras. He sure loves those blackberry leaves. Root Beer too. More, please. More, please.
I ran out of leaves. What can I tell you? You got 5 apiece today. I didn't want to give you a bellyache.
That's okay, Miss Pam, if you ran out of blackberry leaves. We like a good belly rub, and we love to sit on your lap. We think Miss Pam really liked our makeovers. Okay, friends, it's now time for some silly hat fun. Pause the video and get your hats. Are you back? Do you have your silly hat? Okay, I'm gonna use this hat. What do you mean it's not a hat? Oh, it's a hat. It's my silly hat. Are you ready for a rhyme? Okay, this is how it goes. On my head, I wear a hat. It is such a silly hat that my head will wiggle, waggle to and fro. Where else should my silly hat go? Oh, Sassafras wants to turn. Okay, Sassafras. Oh, Sassafras, do you want to sing the rhyme too? Look at your silly hat. Oh, that's silly. Ready to sing it with me? On my head, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my head will wiggle, waggle to and fro. Where else shall my silly hat go? Where are you gonna put it next, Sassy? Oh, you wanna wear your hat on your tail? Okay, I don't have a tail, so you do this one, Sassafras. You do this verse of the rhyme. On my tail, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my tail will wiggle, waggle to and fro. Where else shall my silly hat go? Hey, you wiggled and waggled your hat off. Oh dear. Where else can I put my silly hat? On my hand? Okay. On my hand, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my hand will wiggle, waggle to and fro. Where else should my silly hat go? You want to put your hat on your hoof? Well, people don't have hooves. Oh, okay. Well, friends, we could put our hats on our feet. And Root Beer will put his hat on his hoof. On my hoof, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my hoof will wiggle, waggle to and fro. Where else shall my silly hat go? My elbow? Okay, let's see. Can you do this? Put your hat on your elbow. Oh yeah. On my elbow, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my elbow wiggle, waggles to and fro. Where else shall my silly hat go? Oh, on your ear? Okay, friends. Put your hat on your ear like Root Beer's doing. On my ear, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my ear will wiggle, waggle to and fro. Where else shall my silly hat go? It's on your ear, Root Beer. Where else should it go? Oh, Root Beer, you think it's my turn again? Okay. Well, where should I put my hat? My knee? Hey, that's a good idea. Oh, let's see. It's on my knee. Is your hat on your knee? All right, you ready? On my knee, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my knee will wiggle, waggle to and fro. Where else shall my silly hat go? What did you say? Did you say on your bottom? Okay. Did you say bottom? Okay, we can do this. Ready? All right, you're gonna have to stand up for this one. All right, put your hat on your bottom. All right, got it? On my bottom, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my bottom wiggle, waggles to and fro. Where else shall my silly hat go? I think I've run out of places. You can think of more? Well, you can keep singing that song with your grown-up. It's a silly song. Oh dear. Now look who wants to do the silly hat song. Well, I guess I need to find a hat that'll fit a chicken. Well, friends, while I go searching for some silly chicken-sized hats, you can learn about some great books. Hi friends, there are so many great books about getting a new style, a new haircut, a little makeover. This book, titled Just Add Glitter, is great fun. The little girl in this story thinks that if you're feeling a little down or a little bored, you could sparkle up your life by adding glitter. She sparkles up all sorts of things. Her bedroom, she adds glitter. Just add glitter. Wow. And so throughout this book, she's adding glitter to all sorts of things. Because to give it a little makeover, all you need to do is just add glitter. So if you're a fan of sparkly things and glitter, this is a fun book to read. Friends, I found all sorts of books on hairstyles and hairdos, makeovers for your hair. So I found these books, Cool Cuts and Happy Hair. There are all kinds of hairstyles in these books. In fact, I got a little inspiration from this one. It says, cooler than most, try not to boast. I am born to be awesome. And he has a fro hawk. And look, right there on his hair, he has some lines. And I decided to put some lines in my hair. It gave me an idea. Even some zigzags over here. So all kinds of hairstyles to try out. This story is a sweet story too. This is about, the title is Big Bouffant. Bouffant is her hair. A little girl sees a photograph of her grandmother with a hairstyle called a bouffant. And she says, a big bouffant is what I want. She tries to make her hair go up into that hairstyle with all sorts of things, glue and peanut butter and oil, but it doesn't work. Finally, she figures it out and she goes to school, and guess what? What do you think her classmates think of her? Do they want big bouffants too? This story is titled Clara's Crazy Curls. In this story, Clara's hair is crazy. She loves her hair. She likes her big curls, and she tries a big, beautiful hair cream, and overnight her hair grows so big it won't even fit into the classroom. Oh my, Clara. She thinks it might be a little too much, so her friends help her out. And she still loves her crazy curls. They're very helpful and they hold lots of things. And this is also a great story. The title is Bedtime Bonnet. In this story, a little girl gets her hair done every night before bed. And she wears a bedtime bonnet to keep her hair looking good for the morning. But this night she can't find her bedtime bonnet. So her family help her look everywhere for her bonnet, and you wouldn't believe where they find it. And then in one more book titled Birdie's Big Girl Hair, and she gets a new style. Now that she's getting older, she has big girl hair. In this book, you'll discover which hairstyle Birdie chooses, and you'll follow her as she goes to the salon. Sometimes our outfits can get a makeover. We could get a new style. It could be a new accessory like a hat, a bow. These books are fun to read, and they have to do with a new style. This book, titled I Love My New Hat, is about a farmer who sets off to go to town on his tractor, and he comes across this calico cat first, and the calico cat starts to sing. I love my hat, I love my hat, I love my hat, sang the calico cat. And the farmer says, hop aboard. So this keeps happening. Here's a goat who loves his coat. When Farmer Brown and the animals get to town, the animals decide Farmer Brown has old clothes and he needs a makeover. So find out what happens. Another book is titled Mary Had a Little Glam. Does the title of this story remind you of a rhyme you know? Mary had a little lamb? Well, this is a fun rhyming story about a little girl who's got a lot of glam, and she accessorizes her outfit as she heads to school. And she helps her friends have a little glam as well. It's a fun rhyming book to read. This story, titled Matchy Matchy, is about a little girl whose mother always picks out her outfits for her, and they always match. But Maria has a different style, and she shows her mom. I wonder what her mom will think about her style. Will Maria be Miss Matchy Matchy or Miss Unmatchy? In this book, titled Julian is a Mermaid, Julian, a little boy, sees people on the subway dressed as beautiful mermaids. And he decides he wants to dress up as a mermaid too. So he finds all sorts of accessories to help him do that. His grandmother, his abuela, helps as well, and then has a big surprise for him at the end of the story. A neat project you can do, which will count for a summer reading activity, is a box makeover. In the box, you and your child can decorate a special box, and it can be their treasure box that remind your child of special times or people or events. The objects in the box can be story prompts. Your child could tell you stories based on those objects. This helps with their narrative skills. You can also put random things in the box. Surprise them. Put objects in the box that they aren't expecting, or surprise objects. Then you could create stories together from those objects. And remember, you could come up with some silly stories and affirm your child no matter how silly the stories are. That's part of the fun. Have fun and use your imagination with your treasure box of stories.